Hey guys, so it is August 2nd, which means it is the start of EVO, the longest running fighting game tournament in the world. And EVO oftentimes has announcements at it. Whenever there's a big gaming event like EVO that has game announcements or DLC announcements, character announcements for fighting games, stuff like that, there's always the potential for something to leak or rumors to spread and stuff like that. And I've heard some pretty good leaks, some pretty good rumors for EVO this year, so I wanted to share those with you guys today on the first day of EVO. So I've heard quite a few potential leaks and rumors and stuff about what might be announced at EVO, but I'm going to go over them in the order at which I think they are most likely to least likely. So I'm going to start off and tell you the leak that I believe the most, and then go down the line until I go to the leak that is more of a rumor I've heard that I don't personally have any idea, or a good idea anyway, of if it's true or fake or what. All of these are things I heard about games, and I'm just assuming they'll probably be announced at EVO, given the timing of when I heard about this stuff and how close it was to EVO, and just how these things would make sense to announce at EVO. So there's a little bit of an assumption on my part, but yeah, I'm gonna say that if these things do come to pass, most likely they're going to come to pass this weekend at EVO. Okay, so first up is a leak for BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, and this leak is coming from VRPlant. Now, obviously, I trust VRPlant the most, so this is the rumor or leak I've heard that I believe the absolute most. I think this one is almost certainly going to happen. So VRPlant has told me 3 characters they believe are coming to BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, and given how close this is to EVO that I'm hearing about this, I'm assuming these characters will be announced at EVO, but that's my assumption. So the first character is a Sanran Kagura character named Yumi. Second is Neo, or Neapolitan, from Ruby. And third is Akatsuki Blitzkampf. Like I said, I really trust VRPlant, so I do think those are the 3 characters that will likely be announced at EVO for BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. Next up is a leak I heard that I also really trust, and this is for Soulcalibur 6. It's saying the next DLC character will be Cassandra from Soulcalibur, and there will also be some kind of Soulcalibur Samurai Showdown crossover in some way involving Heiyomaru. So the Samurai Heiyomaru from Samurai Showdown should be showing up in some form involved with Soulcalibur. My most likely guess is that he will be another DLC character for Soulcalibur 6. Next up, the third leak or rumor that I've heard that might happen at EVO, and honestly, this one is almost all but confirmed. It almost should be my #1 rumor, except that so many people know about it, I decided to stick it third, is that Janemba from Dragon Ball Z will show up in Dragon Ball FighterZ as a final playable DLC character. Janemba has been leaked for a long time for Dragon Ball FighterZ, so really the assumption here is just that he'll show up at EVO. That seems like the most likely place to finally announce him officially, so yeah, that's my guess. Janemba will be showing up at EVO. The fourth leak or rumor that I've heard that might happen at EVO is about a new Guilty Gear. And that's pretty much the whole thing. So I'm kind of, again, assuming this might happen at EVO, but I've heard a new Guilty Gear is going to happen. So really that's all I've heard about it, though. So because I don't have as much information as the other ones, that's why I rated this one lower. But I do kind of trust this one, too. So I do think this one's going to happen. Most likely it's going to get announced at EVO, but because I don't know anything else except for a new Guilty Gear, I put it a bit lower than the other leaks I've heard. The fifth thing that I've heard is really more of a rumor, so those first 4 were kind of closer to leak territory that I really do think those things are going to happen. This one is just kind of a rumor. It could happen, and I feel like if it does happen, it would happen at EVO. And that is that there might be a new Marvel vs. Capcom game announced at EVO. Again, that's all the information I have about that one for right now, so that's all I can go off of, is that supposedly a new Marvel vs. Capcom game is in the works or might happen, and it just seems like EVO would be the place to announce that if it was happening, but that's all I know, that's all I've heard, so it's just a rumor in my book so far. And finally, the 6th and last thing I've heard that might happen at EVO is a Smash character announcement. This is way more in the speculation territory than a leak or a rumor. This is just what I've heard people speculating about. The main reason people are speculating about a new character being announced at EVO is because on the Super Smash Bros. Website, where they have the Fighter tab, it usually says new in front of that when a new character has come out, and they took that away as soon as Hero got released. It still says new on other parts of the website, but on the front page next to the fighter tab, it doesn't say new anymore. And it's been pretty consistent that when that tab goes away, another fighter gets announced pretty close to when that happens, usually within the next couple weeks. This just happened. This would just happen when Hero got released. So some people are thinking since EVO is happening, and that would be a pretty good time to announce a Smash character, that maybe that's why that new tab went away. However, that new tab is on other parts of the website for Hero, so I don't know. I'm not totally expecting a Smash character whatsoever. It's something that could happen, but again, this is way more in the speculation realm, and to be perfectly honest, I don't really think it's going to happen. Okay, so that's all of the potential leaks and rumors that I've heard of stuff that might be happening at EVO 2019. VR Plant saying Yumi, Neo, and Akatsuki for BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. Cassandra coming as DLC for Soulcalibur 6, and Heyomaru potentially coming as DLC Soulcalibur Samurai Showdown crossover. Janemba being announced as the final character for Dragon Ball FighterZ. Brand new Guilty Gear game announced at EVO. A new Marvel vs. Capcom game announced at EVO. And the slim chance of a character announcement for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So that's everything that I've heard as a potential rumor for what might be announced at EVO. I do expect at least some of the things I talked about to happen, so keep your eyes peeled. I think some of this stuff will come true. For anyone who's actually attending EVO, I wish you luck. If you're competing or whatever, good luck. I hope you do good, and even if you don't do good, hey, I hope you guys have a blast. Video game tournaments like that can be really fun, so unfortunately I'm not at EVO, but anybody who is, good luck and have a blast. So once again, thank you guys for all the subscribes, all the likes. It really helps out the channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so, or like the video, or leave a comment, whatever you want. Until next time, have a good one.